watch my back. Step lively. Stay on the trail.
Waiting for you. Speak with us. Speak with Akara the Exile. We are the Exile. We did not desire to play the games of men and monsters. So we departed, seeking solace. On this island we took root. And here we first heard the cries of the lost, touched the tears of the broken. Quicklings bear such fragile yearnings. You need guidance. You need protection. Like us, you are exiles. The souls at rest above know nothing. They know only what we reveal. They know what brings them peace, what gives them hope. That is how it was for many passing seasons, but now all of it must come to an end. We are but one branch of the great tree, the ring of Kyozai, the watchers of our withering world. Only as a god would we be heard, and only as disciples would the people listen. To plant plant seeds, to inspire hope, to save. That is why we reached out to the Quicklings. But look at what our influence has wrought. Such a monster can only be born from power, and power will be the tool to unmake him. That is what we want. The unmaking of Dead Kel. We were the 12, the sons and daughters of the Lagru, and the branches through which all wisdom whispers. We are the Ring. Yes, Quickling. That is why I created the Scion. You are the vessel through which destruction will finally find Dead Kel. That was always the purpose of the blessing. To give one individual the power to end this grievous cycle. Now, do what you came to do. End him, and end us. Think of it as one last offering to a grateful God. Akara will be no more.
So, it has come to this. I have nothing left to give you. Nothing but my hate. Nothing but my blade. From the moment that you crawled across our beaches, Akara has beckoned to you. He has called you by name. Through Alder, through the Old Man Key, and perhaps even through me. In you, Akara can purge himself of any guilt. That is why you must die. Because you have been given all the tools with which to conquer me. But Dead Kel does not surrender. The Alpha surprised me. Our war galleys waited just off the coast. Mages at the ready. It was over in seconds. Broken and bloody, I washed into these forgotten caverns and prepared my soul for eternity. It would have been a good place to die. That is when Akara, the fool, took it upon himself to save me. I had cheated the gallows, you see. I deserved that death in the cavern. I had won. Time means nothing to the powerful. You say I will die, but others have said that before. Sadly, we do not choose our fates. That is in the hands of the gods. I am a predator. Killing is what sustains me. But the sea does not judge. It only silences the screams. All I've ever done, I've done to survive. If only that were possible, my friend. I am a creature apart from death. I am fated to live as this for an eternity of hate. Akara's blessing should have been mine, but he did not deem me worthy of it. So I have no choice but to tear it from your broken body. You may be powerful, but not even you can beat back death.
the unmaking of Dead Kel. Makara will be no more.
Gone. Yet here we stand, alive, and with the bright waves out ahead of us. This life, it is all I know. As much as I desire to leave this place, it is my home. And it needs me now more than ever. My mother is dead. My father is broken-hearted. There is much to be set right. You doing okay?
It's gorgeous here. I never thought I'd be so happy to stop moving, to take a break from the rush of wind and waves. You've done the people of Amalur a great service. Dead Kel will stay in his grave this time. There's not a doubt in my mind. So long.
You doing okay?
I saw you coming. The cards spoke to me like they have not in ages. You are the one I was marooned here to find. My path has been made for me. You see, there are few in this world who can truly plot its course. Many try, but all of them fail. Great figures always rise up. Sometimes the gods create them, and sometimes they create the gods. But true heroes are born. Or in your case, reborn. You are the scion now, and you carry with you the blessing of Akara. There is no one on this earth more worthy of being called a god than you. And so I will go, to prepare the way. For when you come, the world changes, and the people must be ready. Before you came, I was waiting to die. I'd given up, you see. But I've seen what you can do. If you can change the world, perhaps I can as well. Not in the same way, of course, but well, enough to make a difference. Your destiny is yours.
It's done, my liege. Be sure to have a look around. I am certain you'll be impressed. Incidentally, I've taken the liberty of inviting a recent castaway, a Deirdre Gwent, to serve the keep as your librarian and linguist. You should speak to her in the library. It is a perfect place to display and preserve the ancient books I found in the keep, and any we find as we explore the island. Gravehall could become a center for learning and for the translation of strange and ancient tongues. We've built out, yes, but now it's time to build up. In my dream, the keep was much taller than it is now, and the debris does suggest that there was once a second floor above the throne room with an art gallery. I'll just need you to get me the following materials: 4 bundles of beachstone, 3 bundles of emberwood, 2 bundles of sailcloth, and 3 bundles of sea steel. The books mention the construction of a second floor, but nothing about how it was used. Perhaps it was just there to make the keep taller and more impressive, so I'm all for that. My dream sheds no light on how the second floor was used. I recall flashes of gold and other bright colors, but I don't know what to make of that. I suppose I'll just build it and see what inspiration occurs. I'm not sure that the Diverga are much into art, but it was in my dream that the second floor was an art gallery. Great. Zephyrin told me some locations you should be able to find the materials I need. I'll get to work as soon as you're back. What I have planned for the second floor will make a perfect art gallery. Or perhaps it's because I found a small stash of paintings and there's nowhere else for them to go. Bye.
Good to see you. Here's all I could find of value on the wreck. I'm ready to go back out again whenever you like. These are the recent wrecks I've seen. If any of them seem worthwhile, let me know. Hopefully it will have some shards or gems we can use in our weapons or armor. See you tomorrow. Be careful.
Did you need to buy something? Watch out for scabs.
Your pet is all ready and wandering about the keep. Now that you have the pet, you should notice a boost in combat. They have that effect on their owners. If you feed your pet more, the boost will get even bigger. I don't feel comfortable bringing in another pet with how many we have already. If you want more, you'll have to release one of your current pets. Okay, if you change your mind, just let me know. G'day.
Welcome to the Gravehall Keep Library. It's everything I hoped it would be and more. I've only barely arrived and I feel myself again. It's already a fine collection of lost books thanks to Paddy's diligent searching. I hope you will add to it if you discover books around the island. Even from a young age, I loved languages. I grew up in a town with Alfar, humans, and even a gnome. Made it easy to pick up their native tongues. I didn't know what I was going to do down there without something to read. I've been doing some thinking, and I have an idea to build our collection and use my extensive linguistic skill. During my short time here, I found a few books written in ancient languages. I suspect there are more like them on the island, waiting to be found. Should you find any more such books, please bring them to me, and I will gladly translate them for you. I can speak half a dozen languages, and I can read twice that. If there's a book I can't translate, I haven't seen it yet. My first days on the island were stressful, so I spent my time exploring as far from the camp as I safely could. On one of these walks, I found an astonishingly old book in a language I didn't know. Translating this book helped me to engage my mind, and I think kept me sane. I soon found another such book, and another. I was still miserable, but I was busy and thinking. I love translating books. Just bring them to me when you find them. It shouldn't take me more than a day to translate anything. And just when I thought things were getting boring, it shouldn't take me more than a day to translate. I'm still not done translating the last one you brought me. Give me some more time. Take care. Oh, hi.
Well, I'll be. It's nice to see a fellow traveler running the show. Paddy's been so kind to take me in after my ship wrecked. Don't worry, though. I'm putting myself to use. I sell things, and buy them too. No questions asked. Takes one to know one. I like what you've done here, like our very own traveler's camp. I was doing a stint in Moon Camp when old Irian caught me cheating in dice. He kicked me out of the camp, so I got on the next ship out of Rathir. I was hoping to end up in Edessa, not this crazy island. I didn't really buy my way here so much as Stowaway. Things went south when the captain found me and tied me to the sail. That probably saved my life, though, or else I'd be as dead as the rest of them. Come back anytime.
The boy became a murderer. Oh, you've come at last. I've been praying for your return. Cape Solace is under attack. Ships have landed. Prisoners have been taken. We have no one left to protect us.
I will not discuss it.
Time is what I need. Time and faith. Not in Akara, but in myself.
There was never a god here on Gallows End. But that doesn't mean good things were not done in his name. One day I will understand what that really means. You are the scion now. My wife Bridget gave her life to stop Dead Kel's plot. It was a sacrifice to keep the rest of our village safe. That is how I will remember her. Strong. When I reflect on all the blessings I received on this island, she was the greatest of them all. I did not need Akara to have a daughter. I once knew Atari, but he was just a boy, and that was many years ago now. I wonder whatever became of him. My daughter Nina and a few others. She must have been poking her nose where it didn't belong, creeping through the crevices of the northern cliffs. How many times have I told her not to venture too far from the village? That girl, when will she open her eyes? They want the power beneath this island, Akara's magic, which many over the centuries have coveted and sought to possess. Understand, Gallows End has long been a prize for the corrupt and the curious. The Arathi, the Alfar, the Tverga, and even Dead Kel. Invaders come brandishing their weapons, but always they are swept back out to sea. They are not welcome here. I want to believe you, but without our guardian Akara watching over us, we are nothing but victims. Now we face these new invaders, and the world, alone. They are led by a Loselfar nobleman named Calder Von, a scholar and mage who has studied this island intensely, and who wishes to have it for himself. He brings with him the righteous flames of the Niskaru, demons he has harnessed for this purpose, and this purpose alone. I certainly believe that you will try, but I have learned my lesson. Never again will I place our lives in the hands of another. Don't you understand? We are all alone, each and every one of us. The prisoners are being kept in a cavern in the northern cliffs. Do your best. That is all any of us can do. Goodbye.
Yes, it's me. I killed the scion and dumped her body into the sea. That is the truth of it. And it did not bring me peace. I was wrong. Only now do I see it, now that the deed is done. And you were right. I'm not a killer. And if I ever had a second chance, I've long since squandered it. I don't even deserve a last request. I told you about my mother, how she died in the icy waters of the Frostbreak Sea, a victim of this village's treachery. For my last wish, I want to hold her ring again. We carried nothing when they banished us, not even a skin of water, a blanket to shield us from the sun. I want my dead mother's ring. I wish to be wearing it when they make me walk the gallows. I've killed the old scion, and I must face punishment. They will force me to walk the gallows and plunge into the roaring waters below. I am not afraid. The rocks will kill me long before I have a chance to drown. Thank Mitharu. You do not know what this means to me. You'll find the ring beneath a large stone in the tidal pools, where my mother spent her days praying for escape. Anything else you find is yours to keep. Now hurry, before the villagers choose to shorten my sentence. Check the tidal pools.
coming along nicely, don't you think? And what do we have here? I see. That should be everything. Return shortly. Such work takes only as long as it takes. Soon. Bye.
Here's all I could find of value on the wreck. I'm ready to go back out again whenever you like. Be wary.
Oh, hi. This translation was a fun read. I once dated a peregrine, but probably not the same person. This book is hundreds of years old. Let me know when you find something else for me to translate. This will give me something to do tonight. I should be finished translating it tomorrow. See you.
How could he do this?
to see a friendly face. I've been stuck behind enemy lines in Cluracan for the last few years, only to crash on this island when I finally escape. Please tell me you know of somewhere I can stay. Thank you very much. It will be nice to have a home-cooked meal for once. I'm a soldier. I've been fighting the Tuatha for the last 10 years. For what, I don't know. My family is long dead. I didn't wreck here. I escaped those damn Tuatha. Better to be here than having to fight with them day after day. It's been brutal. There's not a man or elf from my original unit that is still alive. Good day. Salutations.
Thank you.
Found it. I knew you would. Now listen to me. Hear my confession. What I did was wrong. I have found peace with my fate. They will execute me when the time is right, and I will not protest. But I want you to remember that I was more than my misjudgments. I was a good son, a good sailor. I was only human. Now that I've fulfilled my mission, what else is there? Gallows End raised me, and the island will see me to sleep. Once, a long time ago, I wanted to live. But the moment I swore to avenge my mother, I surrendered what little hope I had left. But is that right? After everything I've done, the plotting, the lies, the murder, do I deserve another second chance? Yes. It is what Mother would want. She couldn't bear to see my plummet from the cliffs for something I did in her name. No! You must get the key to this cage. Aldo Malloy carries it. He strolls along the beach every night after dark. He walks alone. Goodbye. I have spent much of the last 20 years plotting to bring about the downfall of the Zion. 20 years wasted. Thank you for giving me more chances than I deserve. May we one day meet again. Goodbye.
Cannot hide your amazement. Truly, your facade is a weak one, my liege. But still, I appreciate the effort. But what is an art gallery without an artist? The painter Benwick Atham from the village showed interest, so I invited him to join us here. You will find him in the gallery, searching for inspiration. I find it curious that our keep's every need seems to be filled at just the right moment. An artist and a linguist arrive on our beach just as we build a library and a gallery? Preposterous, right? I fear I'm starting to agree with one thing Alda says. Akara brings to the island those who need to be here. Though I had no idea I was building an art gallery, I dare say I may have created the world's finest purely by accident. There's one last thing to build. Your keep is tall, but, yes, not tall enough. My dream has shown me a tower so tall and so majestic that ships will see it from miles around. You could not be overlooked. For this, I will need 3 bundles of beach stone, 4 bundles of bear hide, 3 bundles of ember wood, and 3 bundles of sea steel. Nothing in the runes suggests what function the tower served, but I don't think it matters. This last crowning jewel to your keep should be something new, something entirely out of our own inspiration. Something has guided us so far. Fate, Akara, I don't know. I say we trust in whatever it is to lead us to the end of the journey. My dream offers no insight about the tower, but fills me with awe at its majesty. It occurs to me that this tower may have some special purpose for us, but I need to make some inquiries. Okay. Once again, I've had Zephwin provide me with locations on your map where you might find the materials. I can't wait to get started on this project. Now that we can leave the island as we please, I propose we use the tower to lure Cape Solace's most prodigious and brilliant soul. The tower shall be our embassy, and Myfa Ronwyn should be our envoy, carrying your words to the world and bringing prosperity to Gallows End. Come back when you found everything. Every scrap helps. Bye.
Translating ancient texts is a breeze for me. Silly men always think they're so smart. The moral? Be careful what you bargain for. Let me know when you have another one for me to look at. Take care.
It's quite a beautiful day. My muse summoned me at a very young age to keep my hands supple for painting. I asked Alder to find me some non-physical labour to do. He started talking about pitching in and helping, and I may have stopped listening. Nothing is more exciting to an artist as a massive room of blank, flat walls. Ah, how I shall fill them! I wasn't doing anyone any good there. I need to be where there's beauty. Paddy found a bunch of old paintings during his last construction. They're all fairly damaged, but I believe I can restore them using some magical paints. However, I will need you to go kill some monsters for me. You see, my magical paint soaks up the essence of beasts when they die. Not only will that make it possible for me to restore the paintings, but the paintings will take on magical properties. A little something given to me by a gnome scholar. They capture the essence of beasts when they're killed nearby. The gnomes said they were still experimental, but they seem to work fine. Okay, this first painting appears to be some kind of cave. It should be interesting to see how it turns out. For this one, you'll need to kill some Mergen and Scavs. Bring the vials of paint back to me once they've changed colour. Take care.
Well, if it's not actually, you're pretty much me only. Customer. Watch out for scabs.
Beware, a war party comes. Hi there.
This tower is a challenge, but I've never had so much fun. I'm impressed. Not everyone can find such value in simple salvage, but you've managed to get everything we need. I never doubted you. Up we go, but there's still some work to be done. Visit me in a bit. Goodbye.
I hear him, dear Netta. I hear him in every waking hour, a voice like the rumble of thunder, and one I shall never forget. I must confess, my expedition is over. Dead Kel and his hanged men have tracked me to this chamber. They call for blood. Apparently, they prize their preciously cultivated mystery. It is another weapon they can wield against the outside world. And what am I but light of truth? A bright spear with which to slay their darkness? But the voice, it reaches out to me. It promises to shelter me from the coming storm. He calls himself Akara, but I do not know what this means. What have I done by coming here? I only wish to learn the unknowable, discover the forgotten. But you warned me, and you were right, Tyrnit. You were right.
Starting to see things. Ah, I've seen you before, at Children Keep. I recognize a fellow warsworn anywhere. I knew you were going to ask. If you must know, I was relieving myself when our ship sank. This dress was all I could find when I came ashore. I'm just your typical low-born lass from Rathir, stuck at the bottom of society. Decided to make something of myself by joining the Warsworn. I took a job to protect some merchant's shipment to Melsonshire. We were about halfway when a Divergan raider attacked us. We fled north, but they followed and sunk our ship. I thought I was dead, but somehow I found my way to this island. You probably know more about it than I do. I only just enlisted. Did a mission with old Ostodora. We destroyed a whole camp of Red Legion bandits. He's dead, you say? Oh, what a shame. They don't make them like that anymore. That keep of yours sounds pretty nice. You know, I do know a thing or two about blacksmithing. What do you say to let me move in? Well then, I guess I'll make my way on over there. Thank you. My liege, is it? Thanks for the chat.
Deep in grey dusk fastings, the King heard her wail. A grievous cry of triumph, born of such wicked rapture that his heart burst with wrathful fires. Onward he crept, until in scornful conflict, man met beast with blood-tooth gnashing. Down the beast fell, her crimson robe swirling, souls were awash in her ruin, as the bright tide rose to meet them. Lo, we sing of Ulfson's son, Drogbane, Beast Slayer, mighty lord of Gravehall, and storm-sent king on high. I despair.
What surprises line my bag?
Once again, a threat to Gallows End has been defeated. I wish I could say it was the first such attack. But perhaps a new season has begun. One where we must fend for ourselves and not fall back on the promises of a faceless god. I don't know who you are, stranger, but your presence here has shaken us. We will survive, but it will take time. And this is goodbye.
You've returned. I'm glad. I've come to know so few people. Ones I still remember after a day's passing, that is. I discovered no new maps. However, I did finally recall how I came to be on this lonely rock, whether I wished to or not. Dead Kel attacked our ship. There were too few escape craft, and so Oath Theswin, my mentor, a man who had been like a father to me, pushed me over the edge. That's when I struck my head when I forgot. The last thing I remember is watching the galley sail away. All hands on deck, but me. This island is exceptional among the Diverga outposts. It is the only one they ever abandoned without a fight. Diverga do not do such things. He attacked our ship, caused such a panic that my companions deserted me. I have to live with that for the rest of my life.
What do you think, my liege? Nothing has ever reached so high to the heavens. I've sent for Myfo Ronwyn, my friend in Cape Solace. She is willing to serve the keep as your envoy to foreign lands. If you require her services, she can be found in the embassy. Never thought I'd say it, but I truly believe we have a Kara to thank for this keep. I'm not about to volunteer to be the scion, but I'd have to be a fool to deny the truth. You, the dream, the key, the castaways, all of it, just when we needed it. I hope you don't mind. As a gesture of my gratitude, I planted the seed of a mighty tree in the courtyard in honor of Akara's help. It was the least I could do, I think. My liege, now that your throne room is prepared, you have an opportunity to truly help your people. We will let it be known that whenever you sit upon your throne, you will hear petitions from anyone who comes before you. You may render judgment or offer help as you see fit, and your people will show their gratitude. Goodbye.
My liege. Renlock is a low-sulfur town in the bitter cold of ice-brined coast. Perhaps, in my service to Gravehall, I can atone for my failings and bring the peace that eluded me. My gifts failed me, however, when the first sparks of the Crystal War ignited. Perhaps nothing could have stopped it, but I still feel culpable. When great powers speak to each other, it has often been with my own voice. I have a way of getting people to ask for what they really want and accept what I am offering. Being the diplomatic sort, I'll just say I am much happier here. I am humbled to serve Gravehall Keep as its envoy to the world. Thank you for honoring me so. Without further ado, let's begin. By your command, I can embark on diplomatic missions to our closest neighbors across the sea. Shall we begin? Once you've given me my mission, I will depart immediately to deliver whatever message or gesture you see fit. I will be away for as long as it takes to complete my mission. Upon my return, I shall await you here to report the result. Our three closest neighbors are the Diverga of the Obsidian Isles to the northwest, the Varani of Dregshaw to the southeast, and the Losulfar of the Icebrine Coast to the southwest. You may dispatch me to their capital cities, Ember Deep, Fort Oghorn, or Renlock. With friendly neighbors, I can offer tribute, propose trade, collect gifts, or forge an alliance. With hostile powers, I can declare war, stage raids of goods, or collect spoils of war. I am skilled at espionage as well. You may entrust me to perform all manner of clandestine tasks. With whom should we engage in diplomacy? The Diverga are straightforward and honest. They will make a deal if it's to their advantage. Those in Emberdeep are concerned with three things: sea, trade, and brew. What kind of diplomatic mission would you like me to conduct with them? How big a trade would you like me to make? Excellent. This should improve relations between us. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm on my way out now. I shall see you soon with, I pray, good news. The pleasure was mine.
Cora. Foolish nonsense. I have been looking for a friend of mine who was also aboard our ship when we wrecked. I believe she could have survived the crash, but I can't find her. Her name is Sister Siana. Will you find her for me? All I know is the front of the ship broke off as we approached the island and drifted west. Oh, think Lyria. I saw the front end of the ship floating to the western part of the island. I pray Sister Siana has found her way safely ashore. Lyria's blessings on you, my liege. I am unused to surroundings such as these. Perhaps you could hire a maid. I have not had to change linens myself since I was a child. I was sleeping in my cabin when the ship lurched suddenly. The sailors were all exclaiming that something had hit us and that it was a calamity. The ship drifted for days before it finally broke in two. I do not know how I was able to swim so far. I was afraid of the worst, and rightly so, it turns out. Thank you for bringing me this letter. It's comforting to have her final words. Lyria watch over you.
When my ship wrecked on the island, the first thing I did was hide all my goods. Unfortunately, the place I chose is on the other side of the island. If you would go get them for me, I have a special shield in my inventory that's all yours. Not sure, but it looks old. Probably even predates the Diverger on this island. Thank you so much. I marked the spot on your map. It'll be quite a trek.
The trade mission was a success. Here are the goods I managed to procure and an update on our relations. Nice seeing you.
Want to shop? If it's not my best customer. Actually, you're pretty much my only customer. Oh good you found them. As promised, the shield I was telling you about. Take care, my liege.
Yeah?
Hi there.
You had me worried. Honestly, why do you act like that, throwing yourself headlong into dangerous situations? No more. Do you hear me? If you and I are going to woo, and woo with vigour, you're going to be more considerate of my needs. And there are many. Like sex. I mean sex. To show that you're my consort, you should take this. It's a sword. It was my mother's. She was a terrible person. Not as immortal as everyone supposed, was he? At least I had a hand in his defeat. As my mother always said, if you can't be the best at something, find the best, grab onto them, and never let them go. That I can do.